What's up, my friends? Welcome to the video. If you guys are new here, thank you for stopping by. My name's Henry. I am a student at NYU, a senior studying finance, and this channel is about my journey to becoming an owner of real estate and businesses and the other growth opportunities that I have along the way. Right now, that consists of triathlon training, which is something I'm very excited to get into and will be the gist of this video. But for some background, I recently just recruited to work in the real estate investments field after graduation, and so I have all that sorted out of the way. I'm not sure what videos I'm able to sort of pull from, videos that I filmed along the way, but I'm gonna try to make a video of that process. It could be up already or it might not be. I'm not super sure. That part was a mess for me. But this video, I want to talk about me starting into my triathlon journey. So today, I actually just signed up for triathlon, West Palm Beach, October 30th. It's September 5th today, so that leaves me about 2 months of training. And it's gonna be a sprint triathlon, so 400 meter swim, 10-mile bike, and then a 5K, 3.1 mile run. And that's just something I feel like I'm comfortable starting with, and a 2-month turnaround I think is fine given sort of how I've kept up with my athletics and fitness throughout. And so a little bit more specialized training, I feel like I'm able to ramp up for that. So 2 months before that started, today I began shopping around for bikes, which I might cut out to film some of that and insert some videos. So I'm going to the local bike shop now just to sort of get educated on some bikes, ask some questions. I know there's a ton of info online, but for me, I've sort of just found it helpful to go into person, ask them some questions, and really just touch some bikes to get a feeling for it. I actually went yesterday as well, but hoping this being the second time, can make a little bit more progress this time around. Just got back from the bike store. I feel like I learned a lot from my conversation with the store manager, but 2 big takeaways without getting too deep into all specifications on gears, frame, brakes, whatever, is 1, your personality in terms of how that's gonna affect the type of riding you do, and then 2, how long-term you want to be in this. So for personality, I know I'm a little bit more competitive, gonna be wanting to complete this triathlon as fast as I can and not just looking to complete it. And then 2, I know I want to be in this long term. It's not just going to be one triathlon, one cycle. Just see it as a general sort of fitness tool, if at the very least, if I don't compete. And so with those 2 things together, I think for me, it makes a little bit more sense to invest a little bit more in my first bike, even though it was my first bike, but I think it's just gonna perform a little better for what I hope to do. And then, just sit the headache in terms of, broken parts or, parts being inadequate for whatever I choose to do. But know yourself, what you want to do, how that's going to impact the type of bike that you're going to be looking for. But yeah, now I'm just really taking the time to learn how to train for a triathlon. If you're asking me right now, I'd probably pull something out of my ass and say, I run this many times a week and swim and bike this X miles. But I know there's going to be a lot more into that. And I want to take you guys along for the way. This is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time. And because I finished recruiting for a job, I have that when I graduate. My last senior year is gonna be a little bit more relaxed. I feel like it's the perfect time to really jump into something I've been wanting to do for a really, really long time. What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm talking a little bit weird. I have a cut on my lip, but anyways, just wanted to share that today I began doing my time trials for the first week of my triathlon training, just to get a baseline sense of where I stand with each of the 3 legs. Did biking first today. This sprint triathlon that I signed up, it's a 10-mile bike ride, which is a little bit shorter than normal ones. I believe it's 13 is the standard, but essentially I just tested 10 miles, 1 mile warm up, 1 mile cool down, 10 miles in between. Was able to finish just under 30 minutes, held consistent 190 to around 200 watts throughout the whole thing. So it was around 20 to 22 miles per hour. Quite happy with sort of how I did. 10 miles is more than I've ever ridden. So I know there's a lot of room to grow, but it just means it's a great baseline for where we're continuing to building off. Next up is going to be a swim. 400 meter swim is this triathlon. So I'm gonna test myself to see how that goes. I expect it shouldn't be too bad. I swam in high school and my 100 meter fastest was just under a minute. So I figure probably, under 5 minutes is attainable here for a 400 meter. And then run coming up on Saturday. Time for the time trial today. Time trial for 400 meter swim came in at just under 5 minutes, 4:30, which is pretty much what I expected, but I felt really good. I didn't feel like I was struggling, dying, or whatever. So sort of thinking about this being open water, being in the ocean with waves, I think if I was to swim it right now, 400 meters, you know, under probably 6 to 7 minutes, definitely under 10 minutes for sure. So feel good going into that, but a lot of work to do. Excited to start swimming more. Only thing with swim is it torches your hair. So that's the only terrible thing that comes out of it, but let's get it. That's what it's all about.